What if I told you that the balance of power in the Middle East might soon be turned upside down? A move so daring, so risky, it could change the course of history. Forever. Israel and Iran. Two nations locked in a shadow war. But could Israel be planning something even bigger? A regime change in Iran? And if so, what happens next? Stay with me as we uncover the full story. It all began in 1948, when the world witnessed the creation of a new nation, Israel. Established amidst the ashes of World War II, Israel was both a symbol of hope and a new source of conflict. The land's partition wasn't a smooth affair. It stirred deep tensions that still echo today. Israel's birth was like a daring gamble in the world's most volatile region. Imagine two neighbors fighting over the same house, both with ownership papers in hand. Sounds messy, right? These tensions quickly escalated into a prolonged Israel-Palestine conflict. Wars, intifadas, and ongoing hostilities. A conflict that didn't just impact the region but drew in superpowers and spread like wildfire. Yet, in this storm, Israel found ways to survive, building alliances, increasing military capabilities, and becoming a regional power. But survival comes at a cost. New enemies were made along the way. But how did Iran, a nation hundreds of miles away, become one of Israel's fiercest adversaries? Let's rewind to pre-1979 Iran, under the rule of the Pahlavi Dynasty. Iran was rapidly modernizing under Shah Mohammad Reza Pahlavi, with close ties to Western powers, including the US and, of course, Israel. The Shah's vision was ambitious, with dreams of transforming Iran into a regional powerhouse. It was almost like a lavish Persian party that didn't invite the mullahs. However, not everyone liked the guest list. The Shah's modernizing reforms alienated religious groups and the economically struggling population. And then came the perfect storm. In 1979, Iran witnessed an Islamic Revolution, ushering in a regime led by Ayatollah Khomeini, who held an entirely different vision. Iran shifted from a Western ally to a stronghold of Islamic fundamentalism, and its foreign policy flipped overnight. Anti-Western sentiment skyrocketed, and with it, anti-Israeli rhetoric. And what followed wasn't just a change in leadership, it was a game changer for the whole region. Iran's new regime made Israel its sworn enemy, calling it a Zionist regime that had no right to exist. And as the world turned its eyes away, Iran began to cultivate powerful proxies like Hezbollah in Lebanon and, later, groups in Syria, Iraq, and even Yemen. This wasn't just about direct confrontation. It was a shadow war where Israel and Iran sparred indirectly, using these groups as chess pieces on a much bigger board. It's like a Cold War between two neighbors who keep throwing rocks into each other's gardens, hoping one will flinch first. Today, tensions between Israel and Iran are at an all-time high. Iran's nuclear program continues to provoke Israel, while Israel's clandestine operations have crippled key Iranian assets. The stakes? Higher than ever. Israel's covert missions, like the assassination of Iranian nuclear scientists, make headlines. But could there be more in Israel's plans? What if Israel's next move isn't in the shadows anymore? Rumors are swirling. Could Israel be preparing to trigger a regime change in Iran? While the notion seems far-fetched, consider this. Iran's regime is already under pressure from internal dissent, economic instability, and the shadow of its own history. Any external push could set off a chain reaction. Think of it as the last Jenga block. Everything's already unstable. One more push, and it all might collapse. But the question remains. If the regime does change, who steps in? Could a power vacuum lead to more chaos, or could it mean a new beginning? A regime change isn't just an isolated event. It could lead to dramatic shifts across the region. Iran's proxies might retaliate, destabilizing Lebanon, Syria, and beyond. And amidst the chaos, could there be a window for something unexpected? A restoration of the Pahlavi monarchy, perhaps? Reza Pahlavi, the Shah's son, remains a significant figure among certain opposition groups. But can the echoes of a once powerful dynasty return to fill the void? History is full of daring gambles, and the Middle East has always been a high-stakes game. The ongoing tensions between Israel and Iran, the echoes of past monarchies, and the possibility of seismic shifts are all pieces of this intricate puzzle. If a regime change is on the horizon, its impact will ripple far beyond the borders of these two nations. But what will the final outcome be? Only time will tell. So, what do you think? Is Israel's move a gamble worth taking, or is it a trigger for something far more dangerous? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe our channel.